So let's go ahead and jump right in. Again, any questions, type those in that chat window. So with Lectora version 11, we introduce themes. There's 75 design themes in a variety of colors and sizes. So you still have access to those templates, the online-based templates that were in previous versions of Lectora. You also have the ability to create your own templates for future use, just like before. But let's talk about, now that you have themes and templates, let's talk about the difference between both. What are design themes? You can create now a new title from a set of predefined themes. A theme is just a set of design elements that provide your title that professional look and feel. So your title level, that boilerplate version for you to get started creating those titles. When you select that, previews of the themes are displayed, and you can use a theme to save time and provide some inspiration when designing your title. You can launch themes right from the launch pad. So you can select the design wizard and name your title and choose a size and theme. So you can scroll through all of those available themes. Of course, you can then organize that into chapters, pages, and Lectora will then create, again, that title level, that graphic user interface for your title so you can begin building. What's really nice about those design themes is that you can change your mind as often as you like, and you can easily swap out those design themes. So if you're halfway through your project and you want a different look and feel, no problem. You can easily swap out those design themes. You can change the size of the title, etc. So that's the benefit of those design themes. So what I want to do now is jump into Lectora and let's build a design theme, or let's use one of those design themes. So I can do that by going to my File menu, and I can select Create a New Title. And you'll notice I can select now a theme. So once you select that theme, you'll see those different design themes populate. So just choose again that standard size. It's a safe bet. Will work on most PCs and tablets, that 1024 by 768. Keep in mind that, again, the benefit of themes, you can easily change the size. So even if you pick that different size here, you could change it once you're in Lectora. And then you can scroll through and choose one of these design themes that will work with your course, module, presentation, whatever you're trying to create here. So we'll scroll through all of those there, and let's say we pick this one, and we'll say create from theme. You'll see then the graphic user interface elements populate, not only in the work area, but of course within the Title Explorer. What's nice about this design theme is you can easily get rid of anything that you don't want to use here. So it comes pre-programmed with a place that you can pull in your own logo. You can rename the course title. The page title will automatically rename to the pages in your title. And your navigation, that pre-programmed navigation. So I can go ahead and I can modify and change this course title. And I can go over and I can pull in my own logo instead of that logo placeholder there. So I'll go ahead and place that logo up, of course, in the title level. So we have our logo, our welcome to design themes, and again, this page title auto text, that's just a benefit of the theme. It's going to rename your pages, so make sure you name those pages properly or whatever you'd like to display. Or if you didn't like that feature, you can simply delete it. So I can put this title in preview mode. You'll see my welcome to design themes. I guess that doesn't make sense to also have a welcome. Maybe I'll change that to objectives. And I can move forward or back. Now, I am going to rename that to objectives. What's really nice about this design theme is, let's say I went ahead and I built out this course, but I had a subject matter expert, a project manager take a look at this, and they decided, no, we need a different design theme. So I'm going to go to my design ribbon. Again, that's the global ribbon to make, or I'm sorry, that's the all-encompassing ribbon to make any global changes to your title. So I can view these different design themes, and let's say I want to select a different design theme. So I can click on that design theme. And again, that's easily changed. I'll have to adjust it a bit, but if you notice, it automatically kept, let me delete that, it automatically kept my logo that I had already pulled in there, and it still kept the text that welcome to design themes. So even if you change your theme, it's going to still keep those aspects at title level that you've already pulled in there, like the logo and how we renamed that to welcome to design themes. So no matter what theme I select, those aspects will still remain. So it's very easy to make those changes and pick a different theme. Let's go back into the presentation and let's move in to templates next. I'm just going to take a quick look at the question box and make sure that we're good for now. All right. I did see a question, can you customize design themes? I will touch on that a little bit later in this demonstration. Can you customize design themes, as in can you easily change the color? I've been asked before in training, or can you just click and change the color of the design? No, it doesn't quite work that way. You have to choose from the predefined themes. However, you can create your own template, like I'm going to show you next, and save it, and there's a way that you can pull it in to use as one of your themes. So yes and no, I guess, would be the answer to that question. You can't swap out maybe the color scheme easily, but you could take that, create your own template, and pull it in to use as one of your design themes. And again, I'll show you some information on how to do that a little bit later in this demonstration. So what are templates? Templates are much like themes. They're a convenient way to store those boilerplate versions of titles, so you can use them as a starting point for future titles. So if your organization has a standard look and feel, or you have some company approved graphics, logos that need to be applied to all your titles, you can create a template that contains the layout and all that associated text and graphics. And then you can use that template when creating your titles. So you can create your own template, which I'm going to show you in just a sec, by saving your title as a template, or you can choose a template and alter that existing template and save it as your own. I'll also show you how you can select from hundreds of pre-designed templates, accessing those templates online. So you can also use your templates from the Launchpad. So you can click on My Templates, and any templates you save, now keep in mind if you've never saved a template, this is going to be empty. So you can easily select one of these templates, select Import, and then again, just like the design theme, that template is pulled in and your title level graphic user interface elements are added. So you can create a template from scratch and save it for future use, or choose from the existing online templates. And I'll show you how to do both. Just a few design tips when you are creating your template. So again, a typically safe resolution is 1024 by 768, which is good for most PCs and tablets. You want to make sure that your interface is useful, streamlined, and not overpowering. You want to let your content be the star. I'm going to show you when we create that from scratch how you can take advantage of Lectora's drawing tools. You could create a very, very simple graphic user interface, or what I like to use them for is to determine the shape and size for my elements, and then use other design tools like Snagit, PowerPoint, Photoshop to create those elements and drag and drop them into Lectora. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that in just a sec. Just a note, remember all of our Inspiration Wednesdays are recorded and archived on our website. And I just wanted to reference a really great archived webinar for more design tips that goes through. It's number 85 on the website, Designing E-Learning Interfaces in Lectora. So again, if you just jot down that link, or if you went to lectora.com, it's number 85 for those archived webinars, and it's all about designing those e-learning interfaces. Just a chart on design size. Again, that standard screen size at 1024 by 768 will be the most common, but you could also design for the high resolution widescreens or low resolution widescreens, the Android devices, and the iPhone or the iPad. Remember, the theme size and the actual dimensions, you have to give a little bit room when they're viewing that in a browser window, will be a little bit different. And we'll get back to that in just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and launch Lectora now. Once again, I'm going to go up to my File menu, and I'm going to select Create a New Title again. And first, let's access the templates online, and then I'll show you how we can create our own from scratch. So there's, again, a variety of different templates online, different color schemes. There's templates for mobile devices, the exact width and height to view on those devices. For the tablet devices, 508 compliant templates, the different size formats. So let's just choose one of the standard color themes, and we can scroll through, and let's open up that blue folder. So again, you'll have access to a variety of different templates. I'm going to go ahead and choose the wave template and open that up in Lectora. So you'll notice right away all of the graphic user interface, all of those design elements will populate. Much like the design theme, there's a logo placeholder, so I'll go ahead and drag and drop that logo again. And I have a menu over here on the right. I'm not going to use that. So again, you can completely customize these templates. You can get rid of the aspects that you might not want to use within your title. So right away, you'll see that the themes and the templates are very similar in the respect that it gives you that starting point for your title, and you can customize this starting point. The downfall of templates is you don't have access to easily swap out those title themes with the template. If you use one of those templates and you decide you want to change it, you'll have to go in to that title level and change everything individually. However, remember, like I told you before, there is a way to save your template as a design theme. Now, the upside of the templates is you can customize the exact look and feel. You can pull in your own custom graphics. You can use your own navigation. You can really customize these templates for your exact look and feel. So you have more control over the look and feel. but you can't easily swap them out like those title themes. But again, I'm going to show you in just a sec how you can save a template as a title theme. So you'll have access again to dozens of online templates. But let's go in this time and let's select create a new title. And I'm going to create a new title from scratch. And then we'll go ahead and save that title as a template. And then I'll show you how you can then turn that template. There's a list of instructions that you can turn that template into a design theme, and it'll be available from your design theme. So I'm up at the title level, and I want to create that graphic user interface at my title level. So I'm going to go ahead and use some files I have right on my desktop. So these graphics were created, actually before I do that, I want to show you one thing. These graphics were created in, I believe the ones I'm going to use were created in Photoshop. So they're created with outside program, and then you can easily drag and drop those into Lectora. But what I like to do before I actually go out and create that top border or that bottom border, I like to determine what size I'm working with. And I like to do that by using these shapes and lines in Lectora. So I can go to my insert ribbon and I can use the drop down for shape and line. And let's say I just choose a rectangle. And it's here then that I can easily draw, let's say I want the border about that big. I can draw that rectangle, adjust that a little bit, I can draw that rectangle on the top. And if I open up the properties, the position and size of that shape, I can see then the width and the height. So when I go into that different program, if I go into Snagit, which is included of course with Lectora Inspire, if I go into, let's say, PowerPoint, let's say I go into Photoshop, I'll know then, all right, I want that top border at the width of 1006 and height of 105. So I could create a very simple graphic user interface. I could actually fill in this rectangle, add one at the bottom, and use some of Lectora's buttons to create that simple interface. So I usually use those shapes to determine the size. Once I determine the size, I can go out and create it in those other programs. And then again, I can easily drag and drop those images into my Lectora title. So let's say I have this boat safety header and boat safety bottom. Those were created again in a different program, and I'm going to pull them in to use those in my Lectora title. And actually, these weren't created in that specific size, but that's what I would do if I were creating this from scratch. So you can, of course, resize those in Lectora. You can get rid of that rectangle. So I have my top and bottom border there. And next, I can go in and add my navigational buttons from the Insert tab, from the button icon, and I'm going to choose the stock button and scroll through and select those different buttons. So let's choose the designer. And I'm going to choose this aqua gel. I think it'll go with that top, with that design. Now remember, you can hold your control key down to select more than one button in Lectora. And we can add those to the page. Now it's personal preference if you want to have your forward and back button at the top or at the bottom. But I'm going to place the home button down there and the exit button right up at the top. I can go and build this out more if I wanted. And go through and create more pages and chapters, etc., to give a nice template if I did plan to use this in future titles. This gives me a nice starting point to use for future titles. So I can simply go up to my File menu and I can scroll down to my Save options. And if you look at the bottom, I can save this title as a template. Let's say I was going to create a couple boating safety courses. So I can say boating safety template. And then if I go back up to my File menu, and let's say I want to, whoops, not open existing title. I actually don't want to do that. If I go to my File menu and I select create a new title, I can access my templates, and you'll notice that boating safety template is available for me along with any other templates I've saved. So I can easily, I'll just pick one of the other templates since you just saw that one. And I can choose one of those. It then populates again as that nice boilerplate version for me to continue working off of. Now, I won't have the time in this webinar to go through how you can save that template as a design theme, but there's an easy to use PDF. So if you jot down this address, it'll take you to lectora.com, those e-learning software user guides, and you can select that creating custom themes. It'll take you through, it'll walk you through those steps to take that template and pull it in to the design themes so you can view those available design themes. So let's go through again the benefits of the themes versus the templates. Both will give you that boilerplate version to use as a starting point for new titles. You can easily swap out graphic user interface elements and title sizes with the theme. So you can easily click on a different theme and pull that in. Again, you'll notice that logo, any changes you've made to the text, those will stay the same if you select that new theme. With templates, you won't have the ability to do that. You can create that template, you can customize that template, but you won't be able to use that unless you then convert it into a theme. So follow those PDF instructions and pull that in as a theme. Can you customize the graphic user interface elements to your specific design? Again, you can't easily swap out the colors or change some of those elements of the theme. You can most certainly delete or add things to the theme just like you can with the template, but you can't easily change maybe the color of the border. So if you wanted a specific starting point, again, those company approved graphics, your logo, maybe you have a company approved template, then you'll want to, of course, use the template. Can you easily add or delete items from the boilerplate versions? Yes, on both of those. So again, this webinar is archived, is recorded and archived for your use on the future at lectora.com. So you'll find those archived webinars. Again, you can reference that number 85. You can also access any video tutorials if you're new to Lectora, some how-to courses, and chat with others in the community forum. So I'd like to open up now. I'd like to view any questions that populated there in the chat window. So just a note, just to clarify on the, I'll go back to the PDF. It's a step-by-step instructional guide for an SDK to create your own themes. So you can take advantage of the 75 themes already created in Lectora, but now you can create your own as well. So again, I'll populate that link up there. And I think it was shared with the entire audience as well in the chat window. I see that Tara has answered most of the questions. Thank you. Can you customize your template with some placeholders for text and pictures, etc.? Absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely add in those placeholders for your template. If you don't see any of the options that I had today, again, I am working with version 11, actually 11.2, if you got those last two updates. And you should see, if you're working with version 11 and I'm working with Lectora Inspire, you should see everything that I saw on my screen today. So the features that I touched on, the design themes, yes, are only available in version 11. But templates are available in previous versions. All right, if there aren't any additional questions, I'd like to conclude this session for today. If you seek additional information, again, contact us at info@lectora.com.
Gina, Gina, before you close up, there's just one question here from the chat. Can you show one more time how to access those templates? These are the ones that were available in previous versions of Lectora, but I think
the online templates?
Yes, thanks.
Yep, for sure. Okay, so you can go to your file menu. Well, you can do that one of two ways. So hold on, let me go back. You can, from the Launchpad, you can access, so the templates that were in previous versions of Lectora, if you're working on a previous version of Lectora, you haven't upgraded to version 11. Those templates available from your Launchpad in version 11 are now templates online. So the templates online are then organized by the different folders, by color, by the mobile device, tablet device, templates, the different formats in sizes. You could also, if you're already in Lectora, you can go to your file menu and go to create a new title, and mine's cut off, but you could select the templates online and get those different folders again. So you can easily open up one of those folders and select one of those design themes. All right, again, then, if there aren't any questions, I'd like to thank everyone for joining. Again, this webinar is recorded. It should be available within the week on lectora.com. I hope you guys have a great day, a great rest of your day, and a great night. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on future Inspiration Wednesdays. Thank you.